as well, the coaching crew. They all must be applauded. And she looks good without her shirt on, by the way.
Well trimmed.
Yeah. Very athletic.
She looks athletic, yeah.
Very athletic.
You've explained the emotional part, and I understand all this. But
as a professional.
Yes, but as a professional. As one of the
emotions override that.
As one of the Cameroonian you mentioned, Abubakar scored against the biggest team at the biggest football tournament, the World Cup. Why would he not take off his shirt? Scored against Brazil.
Even when Roger Milla scored against Argentina, he did not take off his shirt.
That's Argentina. This is Brazil. He scored against Brazil when nobody around the world thought that Cameroon could win that game. And then you score.
But mathematically, Cameroon could still qualify for the next stage.
When you score there's certain teams and certain conditions, where you step up to the plate. Australia is number 10 as far as the FIFA rankings are concerned. Number 10 in the world. And we beat them.
Nigeria?
Canada is at number 7 in the world. We played a draw against them. We haven't lost. We haven't lost against the top 10 teams in the world.
I'm not disputing all this fact, though.
I'm just saying usual.
Which is not usual. Everybody thought we were going to get massacred by Canada and Australia. A lot of people thought that the only game that we could win was against Ireland.
Somebody that speaks from far away thought it was only Ireland that was sure for us.
No, exactly. But I said we're going to get it. I said draw for me. I was optimistic.
And to be honest, the way Ireland is playing, it won't be an easy game.
They go chop and no, those ones we eat it standard for us, not for us. We eat it normal now.
But we already have one leg in the other stadium.
I've already gone to the round of 16 to look at who our possible opponents are. I know it's too early, but I've looked at them. It's either England or Denmark.
And I hope it's England. I really, because of what Ian Wright said on Twitter, a couple of hours ago, and I made myself explicitly clear as far as that issue is concerned. And what we are going to do, just to be able to set the record straight, is go to Australia and find out the true nature of the Super Falcons as far as their bonuses, allowances and wages are concerned, because I really think, and I believe very strongly, that Ian Wright was out of line. Hello, good morning, Demola or Professor Demola Olajire, Director of Communications at the Nigeria Football Federation. How are you today? Hello.
I'm very good, sir. And how are you?
We're fine. Demola, I just want to get things put things in perspective concerning the Super Falcons. As far as their bonuses, allowances are concerned, are they being owed by the Football Federation? Hello?
Hello, sir. I'm listening to you.
Okay, connection is a bit slow. I was going to ask you about the Super Falcons. Yes, are they being owed any bonuses, allowances, salaries, whatever it is, by the Football Federation?
Yeah, if you're talking about the World Cup, no team has been paid.
Hello? Oh, connection is... Could you say that again? Connection is a bit poor.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can now.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, we can hear you, Demola.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I said that if you are talking about the World Cup, no team has been paid for the World Cup. But if you're talking about pre-World Cup, yes, the players, the team is being owed the bonus for qualifiers for the women AFCON. That is the match against Cote d'Ivoire, home and away, and the home match versus Ghana. Those and a couple of friendly matches against. A couple of friendly matches in
Hello? Goodness me. Hello?
connection is somewhat slow.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, what I was saying was the team. No country has been paid by FIFA for the ongoing Women's World Cup. But pre-World Cup, the NFF is owing the team are the qualifier matches for the Women AFCON. That is the matches against Ghana and the home match against Ghana, which they won, and the home and away match against Cote d'Ivoire that they won.
Okay, can you please explain to us the reasons why they're being owed for these set of matches? Hello?
Yeah, they've been owed for those few matches. Yeah, they've been owed for those few matches simply also because of money. You know, the NFF is always, in need of more money because of competitions, because of camping, because of tournaments. You know, it's a whole lot. Managing 8-9 national teams. You know, so but they have been assured that those few matches that they were being owed, that will be taken care of from the money coming from this FIFA World Cup, apart from their guaranteed bonuses.
Okay, I don't know if you caught up with the tweets recently put out by Ian Wright, concerning the Super Falcons at the FIFA Women's World Cup, where he explicitly just said, "Look,
connection is over."
Yeah, connection is a bit poor. Can you hear us now? Hello, Demola. Hello. Okay. Oh man, this connection is really sad. It's really sad. I was hoping that we could, get this over and done with, because I do want to hear from the Football Federation concerning the tweet put out by Ian Wright. So we have Demola Olajire back on the line. Hello, Demola. Can you hear us now?
Hello?
Can you hear us now, Demola? Hello?
Hello?
Go ahead, Demola. We can hear you if you can hear us. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay,
Yeah,
go ahead. I don't know if you saw the tweets put out by Ian Wright concerning the Super Falcons at the Women's World Cup.
Yeah, Ian Wright is either misinformed or he's being mischievous because.
Goodness. Hello. Okay. Connection is really bad. We're gonna have to do this maybe another time, But Femi.
Well, I think I just wanted to get information if the friendlies were also part of those games he was counting, because I was looking through the fixtures he had played. I think the friendlies were also part of those games that they've cleared the backlogs, because there are a few friendly games. Just to put this in light, to clear, at least this is an opportunity to understand how much. But if he says that that's the only game they're owing them, which all the same is still not right, but at least that puts clarity on what the whole cloud around this thing. Another question I wanted to ask was, have they resolved a sharing formula for this one?
But he said here, because last time we spoke with him, it was very clear that the Federation of International Football Association, FIFA, would pay the monies, that's talking about the $30,000, directly to the federation, not to the players anymore. The federation will then, pay the monies to the girls. But what the federation and the girls have agreed on, and they've been explicitly told, is that what they will be getting will be their daily allowances in camp.
Okay.
There will be no match bonuses. There will be no whatever it is.
Bonus,
There's nothing like that, because FIFA has taken charge of those monies.
Okay.
Yeah? So that's clear. That's really very clear. I don't know if you saw the tweet put out by Ian Wright. And I thought it was absolutely uncalled for. And how majority of Nigerians seem to celebrate what he said. You know, some people said, yeah, but you come on TV and on radio and you talk about Chelsea. And Chelsea is not the England national team. Chelsea is not the Super Falcons, which is the Nigerian national team. Just as Demola was going to say just now, the man obviously does not have the information that he's supposed to have before putting out a message like that. Hello, good morning, Demola. Are you back with us? I hope the connection is better now. Hello? Okay, couldn't connect with that one. We'll probably try again much later. You know, but the issues around that is that the Super Falcons are not owed any monies as far as this World Cup is concerned. And when you talk about issues around national teams, the English also have their problems going into the FIFA World Cup. The Canadians coming into this particular competition also had their problems as well. Players fighting about bonuses and allowances. And my tweet was that I stand by it, no matter what it is that people out there have to say. A lot of people have insulted me, have abused me on social media, but I stand by what I say. You need to take out the log in your own eye before you take out the speck in another person's eye. And why Nigerians will celebrate the views of a foreigner who knows absolutely nothing about what's going on with the Football Federation and the Super Falcons just beats me hollow completely.
What if he's already preparing for the next round?
What if who?
Ian Wright is preparing.
That's why I said I hope we play England. I really hope we do play England.
I don't want to play England. I'm not interested in England. Let's stick to somebody else in that group. Haiti maybe, or China. I don't want to play England. But look, I'm just glad that the NFF has cleared this. And I hope as well that it's not a distraction for the footballers, because going into this tournament, one of the things we've said is that if you've agreed to play 100%, give it your all, because beyond just what you're playing for in terms of how far Nigeria goes, you're also playing for your own career. Many of these footballers are putting themselves in the show glass. Yesterday, everybody was talking about Asisat Oshoala. She didn't score the winning goal, but everybody took that picture, that scene, and compared it to many iconic scenes. So it just tells you how far-reaching one small thing can go in terms of what you do. So the players generally put everything on the line yesterday, despite conceding 2 goals. I thought that they threw their hearts into it. They were better than the first game. And that's for me. Play your heart out. Do well for you to make history. We talk about 1999, we talk about 1994, what the Super Eagles and what the Falcons did. If you want to put your name in history, you need to do more than those previous teams. Better it. And now the World Cup is a lot more difficult. We're not seeing teams break teams down completely, except those newcomers. That's why I want to really see the Super Falcons go far in this tournament and do well. So for me, I just hope the players can form a bond, a team. That's why I say team. 11 people thinking like one, or 22 people, 23 people thinking like one. So we can make it as far as if we can make the quarterfinal. For me, round of 16, for me, they met my target. But make the quarterfinal, that's absolutely mind-blowing.
From what I saw yesterday, I think there's already a bond existent in the Super Falcons. After the game, videos of how they were celebrating, after the win against Australia. The interview conducted where Asisat Oshoala spoke about the team and how she doesn't really mind playing from the bench. Yeah. Ultimately, it's for the good of the team. And that's exactly how a player of her caliber should be speaking. It's not about you. It's about the team. When the team succeeds, everybody else automatically succeeds. And Nigerians are happy with how the Super Falcons are turning out so far. I also put out a tweet yesterday about how everybody before the FIFA World Cup had said so many unsavory things about the manager. He's a journeyman, he's this, he's that. And even with that simple tweet, many people misunderstood what I was talking about.
No, but the truth about it is, for everyone who's criticized the manager, right, it's obvious that you do not know more than those who gave him the job. You do not know more than this man himself, because he's proven that at this stage, when it matters, he can hold his own. You already mentioned the level of this team, Olympic champions, co-hosts. Yesterday, we had 49,000 fans in that stadium, and Nigeria held their own despite going down. Nigeria came from a goal down to score 3 goals. So I think that tactically, the manager has done a lot. And I remember talking about this in the first game, that Asisat's back to goal doesn't work for me. She should be facing the defender. Once she's seeing what's in front of her, she sort of comes alive. She takes on defender. She can create opportunities. And that's what I saw yesterday. She was facing the goal, not backing the goal. It gives her the opportunity to run into positions. Payne stepped up. Payne was playing a lot better. I think because Ayinde was around, there was that freedom for her to roam a bit forward, create opportunities for others to run into. Generally, there was an improvement in the team play. Even Alozie, she wasn't going to ground too many times, stayed on her feet and did a lot better. So I think the manager has done something in terms of tactical inputs. Whether we agree or not, that's secondary. The results are showing that he's moving and the team is not playing bad football.
And then somebody put out a tweet yesterday in response to what I said and said, what has Randy Waldrum done, that those before him haven't done either? And I'm saying that's lame. That's really lame. What has any human being done that nobody else? And it was a fellow broadcaster, a fellow colleague, and I said to him, look, what is it that you have done or you're doing as a broadcaster that hasn't been done before? But because you've done it, does it mean that people cannot applaud you for what you're doing?
They should.
Just because it's been done before, you cannot be appreciated.
No, they should celebrate.
I just don't know where this kind of thinking actually comes from.
I think that sometimes we miss the plot. Somebody's doing well, give him his flowers and just move on. Oh, he's doing very well. Oh, I criticized him before, but now, you know what? I take it back. He's doing well. Move on. And for me, there's no big deal in it. We're doing well. We want to see the Falcons progress. The Falcons is progressing. Why is he saying it's the girls, not the coach? I'm like, make sense of this. Make sense. The girls are being coached by who? And the person who is in charge, give him the credit. Because if this team was failing, you will not blame the girls. Automatically turn and say it's the coach. He knows nothing. So for me, I don't think that's fair. I think it's better for us to automatically always agree. When somebody is coaching, give him his credit. When he fails, we give him. And I've always said is that I think sometimes the foreign coaches come in for these big moments. Because in the last World Cup, there were also little things I saw that I thought made the team a lot better. Now this one, yes, I've also been very wary of Waldrum. Maybe the African scene just obviously he's not gathered enough knowledge of the African, because how can Zambia be beating us? How can Morocco be beating us? But he's gone to where it matters. The Olympic champions could not break us down. The co-host cannot. Australia, a pretty good team. So, look, I'm excited. I just hope we make it through to the round of 16. That's what I want to see. Hopefully, we play somebody we can beat and go through to the quarterfinals. And that would be a different conversation.
All right, we're just doing things a bit different this morning on the show. Regular way would have been to bring you the news hound. But we thought, look, it's a Friday. We need to celebrate the Super Falcons. Whatever it is that you want to say concerning our team moving forward. And Randy Waldrum is not satisfied, despite what he's accomplished. He's not satisfied with the team in its entirety. What he has said is that, look, defensively, there's still a lot of work to be done. And we all saw that. We've seen that, from their last two set of games. A lot of people say that he's isolating the strikers up front. But I disagree, because what I think he's doing is trying to give a measure of support for the midfield and the defense, knowing full well that our teams are not exactly up to scratch, in the back four. So it's trying to give them a lot of help, which will minimize what we have up front. But so far, it's really working, and it's all about results on the table. And right now, one leg in the next stage of the FIFA Women's World Cup, which many did not expect. I think it's time to do a lot of celebration. So we're going to take more of a conversation between you and us on this side, and that will be by virtue of your messages and, of course, your phone calls as well. And once the lines start to blink, we'll take our very first phone call, and one has already come through. Let's see who's on the line this morning. Hello, good morning. How are you?
Charles, I greet you.
I greet you, Kevin. How are you? How are you doing today?
I do. Femi.
Good morning.
What's your wahala now? Say, come out, Jesse.
You carry yellow card.
Out of that excitement, she should celebrate. She should express herself. My only worry was that when she removed that jet, I hope my eye will not see what I don't want to see. You understand?
What did your eye see?
So, yeah, woman, come on, Jesse. But it was okay at the end of the day. I was safe. After all, Charles, you remember now, at the National Stadium here, when we were playing our World Cup qualifiers, was it against Guinea also, or Uzbekistan? I forgot the game. Omokachi scored a goal. First way score goal, Omokachi, Guavago removed Jesse. You remember now, Charles?
Yeah, I remember.
So it happens. Excitement. But the former Arsenal man, what is his business? You know, concern him. We have, even though we have any problem, any issue, within us, it's internal. We will sort it out within ourselves. This unnecessary interference is not his business. When I saw it too, I was taken aback. I said, you understand? But so far so good. We are progressing well. I've not seen anything wrong with the coaching crew. The players, they are playing well. Co-hosts, you know, easy. Even when they put that 11 minutes extra time, I say, what? Because I thought there was a conspiracy there. Yes, I couldn't watch the rest of the 11 minutes, so I just stood up because what was the
Yeah, but the extra minutes was for the injury that happened, so that can be justified.
I was feeling that 11 minutes was just out of it. You know, but congratulations to them. I think what we need now is just a draw, and that's it.
Yeah, that's all we need. Yes.
I hope what happened to us at the Nations Cup, I don't want to be pessimistic. Well, we did very well at the we did very well at the early stage, and then the knockout we started messing up. I hope that will not happen. I wish them all the best.
All right, thanks for calling, Kelvin. Have a good day. Hello. We're trying to get Demola back on the line. Hello, Demola, are you there? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Go ahead, Demola. Yeah, go ahead. This connection is really bad today. I don't know why.
Hello, I can hear you.
All right, so I was asking if you saw the message put out by Ian Wright on social media and your response to it.
Yeah, I'm here. I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Hello, Demola.
Yeah. I saw the tweet by Ian Wright, but as I was saying, Wright is totally misinformed, or he was being mischievous because there was nothing like cancellation of match bonus. The match bonus is intact. It has been consolidated by FIFA. We were going to pay $3,000 per as match win bonus per each match in the group phase. Now it's $30,000 that the ladies are going to take home each. For the group phase. Now they're in good position to reach the round of 16. That is $60,000 each for each player. And not looking even beyond. When they get to the quarter finals and the semi-final possibly. So there's no cancellation of the match bonus. The match bonus is still there. It's been taken out of the money due to the federations to pay the players. And as for whether we were owing the team pre-World Cup, yes, the NFF was owing the team for the qualification matches for the women AFCON. That is the home match against Ghana, which they won, and the home and away match against Cote d'Ivoire, which they won. Those are the matches they are being held, including a couple of friendly matches. Which all it's been agreed that all this will be sorted out. They will be paid, everything they report from whatever FIFA gives at the NFF post World Cup.
Okay, Demola, because of the lack of connection, really, we can't really do much with this. So we're just going to leave it for another time. Maybe when the connection is a bit better, then we can have a better conversation.
Monday?
Yeah, I thought you said we're not here Monday.
We're here Monday.
All right, Demola, thank you for talking. We'll talk to you again on Monday, yeah?
Yeah, Monday. Just to explain. So originally, when our schedule came for the Republic of Ireland game, it was originally scheduled for 8 a.m. But now, based on what we're seeing, the schedule for that game is 11 a.m. So I don't know how the timing has changed. Just to put this out there for those who ask us, so we'll be here on Monday.
Okay. So Sports Zone will be here on Monday.
On Monday, yes.
Because of the time change.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Charles, good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. Femi, how are you?
Good morning.
Yeah. Well, you were complaining about the jubilation and the removal of shares by Oshona.
I wasn't complaining.
There are many things that contributed to that, The excitement at the biggest stage, And she just came in and she scored in few minutes after coming in against a team that is ranked higher than us and host nation. That team being supported by 90% of the people at the stadium. So there is no way the excitement will not be high. Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. Thank you. I understand exactly what you're saying. Femi never played ball before now, so no.
I'm not going to move from my position. I made it and I'm staying there. Because when it comes down to the point where I start to do mathematics, all these things will come out. It has happened before.
But not in this situation. All we need is just a draw. We don't need to do mathematics.
If we draw and Canada also draws, the question about we'll not start going for who takes top of the group.
Or we'll have more goals then. Right now we're topping because we have more goals.
Okay. It's just part of FIFA's rule. Cards also play a role in terms of qualification for the next round and availability of the player. That's all I'm saying. So whether people say it's great, let me read some messages. Okay, let's take this call. Take this call. Oh, I think you won already. Sorry.
Hello, good morning.
Hello. He came by one. Charles, Mr. Charles. Anyway, this is Emmanuel calling from Manchester. Mr. Charles, the way they like fight. Yeah?
Not be fight. It's not about fight, Emmanuel. It's about making sure that things are set straight. I will never stand for anybody who disrespects my country, no matter what it is. It's not about whether we're speaking up for the girls or not, because everybody has their own problems, and we have to deal with matters. Abba. I beg. Charles,
wait, Charles. Yes, I think Ian Wright didn't do his research well.
He did not. He didn't. It's not even. See, Emma. It's not even about whether he did his research right or wrong. That's not even my problem. It's about the Nigerians that stood solidly behind Ian Wright in disrespect of our country, not knowing exactly what the true situation is.
Absolutely. So clearly, it's about them also not doing their own research as well. But. Then again, I absolutely agree with you in that stance. But Charles, on the flip side, do you reckon Ian Wright was trying to come from the angle of what Adedayo spoke about now? All what NFF or whoever owes them before the World Cup. That could be an angle. That could be an angle as well. But that aside, Charles, we have to appreciate the girls, and I think you guys have done just that, because I saw the game in a pub with a couple of Australians there here in Manchester, and it was killing for me. When that first goal went in, it was as if these guys wanted to bury me. Being the minority amongst these guys here, it can be crazy.
Oh, yeah.
When the second and the third goal went in, I just gently went outside and started jumping. I just want to be but anyway, it was an amazing game.
It was.
I've never been so proud in my life. See, you won't appreciate this thing when you're in the country as much as when you're outside the country. It was so low. See people clapping and cheering. Good one to them. And I really, really hope that they can go all the way, even beyond the quarterfinal, like Femi said. And yes, bring on England, but Charles, I don't want to really be so complicated.
Bring on England. Bring them on. Bring England on. Bring them on.
All right, guys.
All right, take care, man. Thank you so much.
We don't want England.
Why?
We don't want England.
I beg you.
We don't want England. Because the mind games will start already. I don't want them.
Olajire, could you turn down the volume of your radio? Yeah.
There is no volume anymore. In fact, because of the market today, I couldn't go out today. I'm inside my parlor.
Okay.
So where is the noise coming from?
I don't know.
Okay.
But go ahead. It's better now. Go ahead.
I've never been this happy before about Nigerian. I think in the last 10, 12 years, the girls did well. And I'm very, very proud of them. And I want to pray that no distraction, no honorable should go and distract these girls wherever they are. Whatever they want to do to them, let them send it there. I wish them all the best of luck. I think semi-final is not bad. Semi-final is not bad. I want to be in semi-final mood anybody go chop am this time around. Anybody will come go chop am.
Everybody's feeling confident now, huh? Yeah.
Yes.
So.
We should off eat.
All right, thank you,
Thank you
Omotosho.
very much.
Thank you. Go ahead. Let's take a few messages.
All right, so let's read this one. Let's start with Olubide. It says, I beg, what is Charles talking about? Are the girls being old or not? Football is global and it is the World Cup. Everybody has a right to talk about it. Just to answer this, Olumide, England have not agreed their own situation yet. I've not heard Wright tweet about it. I'm not saying we should talk about Nigeria being old, but I'm saying Wright has not tweeted about England's situation. They haven't resolved their own situation till now. We've also got this. Adeboye Gadedeji says, I've never felt this way. I felt yesterday watching the Falcons flying high. It was like 1994 Super Eagles World Cup that had me crazy like that. Wow, yesterday was a good day. And for the fanatics that condemn Agbabola's goal celebration, Oshola, they should tell us what they have done for the nation that calls for national celebration. My brother. Okay, anyway, it's fine. Thank you very much for this.
Okay. It's still in celebration of the Super Falcons and Coach Waldron. One of his biggest critics just walked into the studio. And I want to hear from him, what he thinks of the girls and the team in general so far. Rotimi Akindele is here, all dressed up in white, looking resplendent. You have no stains because the Super Falcons haven't had reason to give you any kind of cause to go in the dirt and muddy yourself.
Good morning, Charles.
Good morning. How you did?
Good morning, Femi. Good morning. I'm all right. I'm pretty good.
Humble pie.
Yesterday was, humble pie? I don't think so. So, a whole lot had gone into... I think I was the first person to actually applaud Waldron yesterday. And I've been applauding since the game against Canada. I think I liked what I saw. And I'm like, okay, let's see what happens. Somehow, I was telling some guys before the game that we're going to win. I didn't know how we're going to win.
It's the first game that has convinced you were going to win.
It's not about convinced. I was just being cheeky because New Zealand lost. And I said, one co-host has lost, the other one was going to lose anyway. So I was just that being funny. But on the field of play, I liked what I saw. Randy's selection won. And then at some point when it wasn't working, especially up front, where we've been struggling a whole lot. Because, to be fair, we've seen a bit of improvement in the defense line. Looks like there's more understanding between the personnel at the back and then the goalkeeper. The problem we've always had is creating chances and then taking those chances. We only had 4 shots on target yesterday, and we took 3, which was brilliant. That shows that... that tells that the team can be very clinical when they want to or when they get the chance. So it was pretty good on the day. The switching of Ajibade and Uche Nakano that led to the first goal was vital for me. And credit to Waldron and Terry and all his assistants, for coming up with that. So he's deserved. He's done pretty well so far at the World Cup. I didn't think before the World Cup, I never gave him a chance based on what I've been seeing since he was appointed. But all that in the last 2 games at this World Cup, let me say Mondial, has been brilliant. So
Rotimi, the last time Nigeria lost was in February.
Yeah,
we've won 5 games without losing.
Credit to the defense.
When we were losing, everybody was credit to the coach.
I just said it now. Yeah, I said he's set up a defense.
I'm saying that
in the last few games that has been solid.
I think we went a couple of games without winning.
Yeah,
and we're constantly we're counting his games for him.
Yeah,
we have gone 5 games. And in that space, we've beaten co-host Australia and New Zealand. In that space, we've beaten the Olympic champions, or we drawn the Olympic champions.
Yeah,
we've not lost in 5 games. There's a lot of improvement coming through from that team.
Agree,
and we cannot deny that the manager has done a lot in taking this team from point A to point B, bringing the best out of players. Individual play. Now, what he's done individually for these players has improved a lot of them.
If you are coming from that angle,
I'm waiting for you because I want to start raising my
yeah, because if you want to, if I say okay, start mentioning the players.
Ashley Pumphrey, the defender, 1.
Okay.
Alozie, 2.
I don't think we've seen the best of Alozie yet.
Alozie is an attacking player.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying that the coach
had a chance to select defenders.
Yeah.
Proper defenders.
Yeah.
wing backs are more like it.
Yes.
Alozie hasn't done badly in her
But
position.
she's
not-
done bad in that position.
So no, he said bring. I
I'm
said
giving
she
him-
still has a lot to offer.
And you know what is
Yeah.
key for every national team? It's about having a player who's versatile.
Which is brilliant for us.
Which was some sort of a problem for Kanu when she played yesterday. That level of versatility is not in her game yet. But she got the goal, yes. But outside of that, I think of all the Super Falcons players, she was the worst, in my opinion. Yesterday, she put every pass wrong. All of her decision making was flawed until she scored the goal, and then she was eventually pulled out. But you've got to have players who are versatile in any role that they find themselves in, as far as it's within their area of expertise.
Yeah.
You look at the likes of Plumpter, who plays as a central, who can play as a central
left back,
defender on the left side of central defense, can also play as a fullback as well. That's a plus for the national team. And that can only come from a manager who understands that the player has got the ability to do that.
Yeah.
So it's pluses all the way through.
I remember when he started playing Tony Payne as a central midfielder, and I think I saw the game against Ghana. I thought she was bullied all around the park.
Yeah, I mean,
but she has grown into that role. So I'm just pointing out the good things. Deme jumped from under 20 to starting at the FIFA World Cup.
Yeah, we saw her qualities.
Yeah, but that was under 20. She's not been tested a lot. And then she just jumped and became a starter. And we're all saying, you know what?
She has
doing
to.
very good.
There's nobody competing there. Don't even mention the other name. Just say it. But it's good. I mean, it's all pluses. I agree, and I think I'm with Charles on. I was pretty upset with the way everybody were waxing lyrical about. Have you seen Ian Wright? I'm like, what's that? I couldn't say it on my show. I'm like, I can't. It's not news to me. Somebody just tweeted it. Probably doesn't know what's happening.
He doesn't know what is happening.
And then I think it was Demisa and Bolu. They were criticizing me that no, it's becoming a national embarrassment. I said it's not an embarrassment.
I've not heard anybody call England's on an embarrassment.
Exactly. I'm like, someone says pay them. I said okay, fine. We will pay them. We need to go on a break. Or what?
Yes.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Let me pay you, Femi.
Let me just read this message before we go.
No, this message is not worthy of being read.
Okay. This one says.
Just go on your break, JJ. Come back.
Someone says, okay, let's just go for the break.
Exactly.
It's too difficult.
So we need to stabilize more or less. So we'll take more messages as compared to phone calls. We've taken quite a few. So Femi says we should do justice to messages.
No.
That's what you said.
Admin Femi, we'll go with you.
So there's this very one we're going to read before we went for the break. Fortune from Obita Meta says, Oga Charlie, I saw your side chick yesterday.
She fine die.
Fine die. Michelle
Alozie, that's my girl.
Uyo must not hear you guys, please.
That's my girl.
Uyo.
No, Uyo don't be contesting. I don't talk Alozie since now.
Uyo, I've just said. Femi knows Uyo.
John from Ojodu says, good morning. It's clear stated by Demola that the NFF is owing the players, which is what Ian Wright tweeted. You're talking about England and Canada, just as Ian Wright talked about Nigeria. No law says you should talk first about your country. Charles is making a mountain out of an anthill. Okay. This one, Wale from Ikorodu says, great game from the Falcons. Let's celebrate the coach too. Thank you very much, Wale. Tosin also goes, Oga Charles likes protecting the leaders of this country. I'm going to leave it at that. I can't read any further, please. Okay, you know what? Let me just leave it at that. Honorable, good morning, Honorables. It's a brilliant victory. That's a voice note. I'm going to try to download it. Okay. This one says, it's a brilliant victory yesterday by the ladies, but we have got to talk about the golfing class between the two teams. I don't know how we're going to fare against England, Brazil, or Spain. The Aussies were so good tactically. Up until the goal, we barely made it out of our half. We're just clinical, and also a bit of luck won us the game. We did good, but we still need a lot of work. All right, let's go to Michael from Magboro, right? Let's play your voice notes.
Good morning, Sports Zone crew, Mr. Femi and Mr. Charles. Good morning to Mr. Shegun, Oga Shegun, wherever he is. Mr. Femi, what is it with you and this Sister Tushola goal celebration? You first saw it in the other sister station this morning. It first one day do me somehow. Do you know what that goal is? That goal is not just a goal. That goal is historic. And Sister Tushola scoring that goal will go down in history as the first African player to score 3 goals back to back in a World Cup tournament. That goal, that celebration is historic. And you're not only talking about a goal celebration, whatever celebration. Please leave this celebration alone. It's historic. It's worth it. Anybody will do that over and over again. And Mr. Charles, you see now, never clear now. Even Mr. Olajire alluded to the fact that these guys are being owed salary. So what then are you quarreling with our right for? Are the girls being owed, yes or no? Yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay,
all
anyway.
right. Let's read more of your messages. Michael Lucifo says, "Good morning, Sports Zone." For Mr. Olajire clearly stated that we are owing the Super Falcons games, and that's not right. The credit for the win should go to the coach. Thank you very much. We've also got this that says, I vehemently disagree with you. Demola just admitted to owing the girls, be it a friendly in 2000 or this World Cup. We all as Nigerians know that the NFF are poor money managers. Who aren't they owing? Keshi, Shuaibu, Boso, Raw, Omagbemi, Pesero, and everyone thinks someone is misinformed and castigating the NFF. It's a long message, but your point is taken. Thank you very much for it. All right, let's go here with this one. Says, I am with Ian Wright because it's not the first or the second time we're having issues with money and the blackmail and witch hunting of predecessors who demand for their money. I don't trust the NFF. Pay them. Ola from Lagos. We've also got through this one as well, saying, can't Femi stop this? Them go chop am phrase, please. He shouldn't jinx these girls, I beg. I'm always betting against him many times he says these words.
Thank you for pointing that out.
Bet against Nigeria on Monday, and then see what will happen. Oluseyi Jobe says, congrats to the Super Falcons. Looking forward to a wonderful coast on Monday. Uncle Charles, you see that third bird? You see that bird app, that bird app. Even if you type happy birthday to your kids, some people will still come and argue with you that it's not their birthday. Anyway, I applaud your resolve and strength in always putting them in their place. Thank you.
As a fan.
Also, Babalola Abdugafar, I've corrected the point that originally our sheet showed it was 8 a.m., but it's been updated, which is what I tried to point out. He also says, for me, I like the celebration of Asisat. More of that, hopefully, from Aluzi this time.
Oh, shit.
All of us, they collect yellow card, they go now.
No, I'm sure you understood his message.
Yeah, TJ from Alagbado. Maybe we should do this now. Okay. TJ from Alagbado says, Mr. Charles, Uchenna Kanu almost made me regret burning my fuel early in the game yesterday. But I'm disappointed no one celebrated the goalkeeper, Ainde and Ajibade, who is the woman of the match.
Where's that coming from?
I have no idea.
Go ahead.
Who is the woman of the match? It says, also applauding the tactical proficiency of the coach yesterday. Ajibade had 2 assists in the match. All we do was only celebrating Oshola. I wrote that. He told you that goal is a big goal, so just take it like that. Ajeni Fuja Oluwakade from Ibafo says, Oga Charles, it's ego that won't allow us to eat the humble pie over the views on Randall Waldron. Many Nigerians like to revel in I told you so, never minding that many of us are not experts in many things that we like to act omni-knowest. Never heard that word before. This is wishing the Super Falcons more success in their adventures. Man, there's so many messages. Let's see if we can just take one call now. Let's take a few calls.